Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Mr. Cantor, and this is Modeling with Mr. Cantor. Now, today we're going to be looking at Explore Part B. Before we get started, what I want you to do is to read this question to yourself, take a look at the story, ask yourself what you notice, what do you wonder, and then we're going to jump in, talk about it, and go over it together. So go ahead, take a minute, pause this video, and check out this question for yourself. All right, welcome back. Now that we're back together, let's take a minute and read the story together. The story says, here is the dot plot showing the travel time in minutes of Elena's bus rides to school. Find the median travel time. Be prepared to explain your reasoning. So we have ourselves a dot plot here. It says travel time in minutes. And then it asks us, what does the median tell us in this context? All right, before we talk about how to actually solve this problem, what I want you to do is to pause this video and try to figure out how to solve this problem for yourself. All right, welcome back. So now that it's time for us to go over this question together, let's take a look at these dots. Now, each one of these dots represents how many times that number appears. So for example, when we're looking at 6, we will notice that there are 2 times that Elena traveled for 6 minutes. She traveled for 7 minutes once. She traveled for 8 minutes 3 times. 3 times for 9 minutes, 2 times for 10 minutes, and once it took her 12 minutes. All right. So with that said, in order to find the median, what we need to do first is to organize our numbers from least to greatest. So go ahead, please pause this video and do so. Just remember, if the dots appear more than once for a specific number, that means that number appears more than once. All right, welcome back. Now that you had a chance to sort these numbers from least to greatest, you should have gotten the numbers that look something like this. All right, so we have taken our step 1 and we have organized our numbers from least to greatest. 6 appeared twice, 7 only once, 8 appeared 3 times, 9 appeared 3 times, 10 only twice, and 12 came up only 1 time. Now, in order for us to find the median, there are many ways we can go about doing this. One of the ways that I recommend you doing is to put a symbol or a dot or something to illustrate that number you have already looked at. This is going to make more sense to you once we get started. So let me show you what I'm talking about. We are going to cross out numbers from the left and from the right, and we're going to work our way towards the middle. You can cross the numbers out. However, it might be better for you to underline the numbers. That way you can see exactly which numbers you have used. I'm not going to underline them. Instead, I'm going to cover them with a little square, right? Because this is Google Slides, and I know that I can easily uncover them. But when we're using our notebooks, I highly encourage you to underline or put some kind of symbol underneath or on top of the number. That way you don't actually cover the number itself. All right. So with that said, here we go. Let's try it. So I'm going to cover the 6 on the left, which means I need to cover the 12 on the right. And again, I'm doing this so that we can get to the middle number and figure out what exactly is in the middle. We're going to cover up the 6. We're going to cover up the 10. We're going to cover up the 7. We're going to cover up the 10. Notice how we have 3 boxes on the left and 3 on the right. We are trying to do this with the same amount of boxes on the left and right. So with that said, let's keep going. We're going to cover up the 8. We're going to cover up the 9. Now we have 4 numbers left. We're going to keep taking out numbers from the left and from the right. Every time we take 1 from the left, we need to take away 1 from the right so that we have an even amount on both sides. So we take out this 8, we take out this 9, and so now we have an 8 and a 9 left in the middle. Now, in this case, what we do is we can't cross out any more numbers or cover any more numbers because then we're going to cover all of our numbers and we don't want to do that. So now that we have 2 numbers left in the middle, the way that you find the number that's in between both of these is we actually have to do something else. Please pause the video. Do you know what that something else is? All right, welcome back. If you said that's something else that we need to do in order to find the number in the middle between 8 and 9 is called the mean, then you are correct. So what we need to do is to add the 8 plus the 9. We're going to get 17. And when you divide 17 by 2, because we added 2 numbers, you're going to get 8.5. So in other words, the median of this data set is 8.5 or 8 and 5 tenths. So let's go back to the question. They're asking us, what does the median tell us in this context? So go ahead, pause the video. Let me know. What do you think the median tells us in this context? All right, welcome back. If you said that it tells us that the middle of her data is 8.5, which means that half her values are less than 8.5 and half are greater, then you're correct. Remember what the median does. The median actually separates your data and shows you where is your lower half, and it also shows you where is your upper half, which is very useful for many calculations. Okay, with that said, let's move on to the next one. Explore part C. What I want you to do before we talk about anything that's in front of you here is for you to take a minute, pause this video, read the story to yourself, try these questions on your own, and then we will do them together. So go ahead, pause the video. All right, welcome back. Let's take a minute and read about Jada and Diego. So it says, Jada and Diego are practicing the piano for an upcoming rehearsal. The tables list the number of minutes each of them practiced in the past few weeks. Jada's practice times are included in the following table: 10, 10, 20, 15, 25, 25, 8, 15, 20, 20, 35, 25, 40. Diego's practice times include 25, 10, 15, 30, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30, 45. Now, what they want from us is to find the median of each data set. Explain what the medians tell you about Jada's and Diego's piano practice. So, what I want you to do is to please pause this video and organize Jada's practice times from least to greatest. All right, welcome back. Now that you've had some time to organize these numbers from least to greatest, let's do it together. Well, the smallest number here is 8, which will then be followed by 2 10s, followed by 2 15s, followed by 3 20s, followed by 3 25s, 1 35, and 1 40. What we want to do is want to check that we actually capture all the numbers. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 numbers. And in the table we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 numbers as well. Excellent. Now that our numbers are organized from least to greatest, the next step for us to do is to start covering up our numbers or putting a symbol notifying that that number we have already used, and work from the left and from the right evenly such that we can get to the center. So let's do that. We're going to begin by covering up our number 8. And if I cover up a number on the left side of my data set, I need to cover up a number on the right side. In that case, it's going to be 40. And so we're going to continue to cover up numbers until we work to the middle, and we're going to take 1 from each side. Here we go. 10, 35, 10, 25, 15, 25, 15, 25, 20, 20. You will notice that in this case, we have exactly 1 number left. And if you notice on the left side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers covered up. And on the right side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers covered up. This is exactly what you want to do. You want to cover up the same amount of numbers on the left and the same amount of numbers on the right. So now that we have 1 number left in the middle, it is clear that the median for Jada's practice times is 20. Good job, everybody. Now, in order for us to move on to Diego's practice times, what I want you to do is, again, to please pause this video, organize Diego's practice times from least to greatest, and then we're going to try to find the median. So go ahead, please pause the video and try that now. All right, welcome back. If you correctly organized Diego's practice times, you should have gotten the following: 10, 15, 15, 20, 20, 25, 25, 30, 30, and 45. So let's see, how many numbers do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 as well. So since we have 10 numbers for the ones that we wrote in order from least to greatest, and there are 10 numbers in the table, it means we have used all the numbers. Good job. With that said, I want you to please pause this video and try to figure out what is the middle number in this case. All right, welcome back. We're going to continue with this method of covering up the numbers in equal quantities on the left and on the right. And as I do that, I want you to do the same in your notebook. Now, since you are in your notebook, you might want to, instead of covering up your numbers, maybe draw a dot or something like that, just to show that that number we have already looked at. So here we go. I'm covering up my 10, covering up my 45, 15, 30, 15, 30, 20, 25. Now you will notice that we have 2 numbers in the middle again. And this is going to happen because we started with an even amount of numbers to begin with. Since we have 10 numbers, it is natural for us to have 2 left in the middle, since 10 is an even number. In Jada's situation, we had 13 numbers, which was an odd number. So therefore, we would definitely have 1 number in the middle. All right. So with that said, remember what you need to do when you have two numbers in the middle. Please pause the video and let me know. What did we say that you have to do when you have two numbers left in the middle? All right, welcome back. If you said that you need to find the mean of those two numbers, then you are correct. So go ahead, find the mean of 20 and 25 and let me know what you get. All right, welcome back. If you said that you got 22.5, then you're correct because we need to take 20 and add it with 25. That's going to give you 45. And 45 divided by 2 is exactly 22.5. Good work. So now you have effectively found Jada's median and you also found Diego's median. Good job. So the first question asked us to find the median of each data set and we did that. So now we could move on to number 2. Explain what the medians tell you about Jada's and Diego's piano practice. So go ahead, please pause the video. Let me know. What do you think about that question? All right, welcome back. If you said that one half of Jada's practices were 20 minutes or shorter, the other half of her practices were 20 minutes or longer, then you're correct. In addition, you could have said half of Diego's practices were 22.5 minutes or shorter, the other half were 22.5 minutes or longer. Remember, the median tells us exactly where the half point is of our data, which means everything below that number is the lower half and everything above that number is the upper half. All right, with that said, my name is Mr. Cantor. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I will see you in the next one. Take care for now.